Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we'll wait a few moments, as usual, for folks to come on this morning. Frances Marie, you are number one on the hit parade this morning. Good morning to you. And Catherine, how are you? Thanks for coming on here this morning. John, Elgin, Illinois, Nativity, good morning. John, another John. Andrea, Niagara Falls. Ashley, how are you? Linda, how are you? Anna from Hamner. Carrie from Nebraska. Doreen, Lise, good morning. Bonjour. And Catherine from Parksville, British Columbia. Fran, how are you? Valcaron, Judy. Mary, Faye, Terrace, British Columbia. Boy, you folks get up early in the morning. Rita. Brahim from Portland, Oregon. Bright and early this morning. Irene, Jane, Tirana, Janice, and Fran from Orangeville. Dave from Muskoka. Adeline, Helen, Alliston, Nick from our staff. Marlene, how is you? William, Markham, Rita. Okay, guys, we're really doing well. TR, how are you, TR? And another Catherine, Yolande, bonjour. Emmy, how are you, Emmy? Right from French River. What a beautiful area. John, Linda, good morning. Zian and Diane from LaSalle. Francine, Deb from Detroit, Michigan. Susanna, I can't sing. Cecile, Jimmy, and Lucy, good morning. And Chantal, Ottawa, good morning. Lucelle, Lori, Cambridge, and Elma, and Sandy. Okay, guys. Luella, how are you, Luella? Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Another Chantal and Andre, bonjour. Rose, bonjour. Sue, Manitoulin, oh, what a beautiful place. Paul, good morning. And Catherine from Springdale, Newfoundland. Rose, Marcy, thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate it big time. Alicia and Lynn and Rosemary and our dear friend Angelina. Okay, guys, and Zian from Shediac, Nouveau-Brunswick. Linda, good morning. Okay, guys, you know what happened yesterday? I went to the optometrist yesterday. Okay? And it had been a couple of years. And the good news, as the optometrist looked in my eyes, I said, hey, doc, what do you see in there? You see any gray matter in the back there? Any brain left? Of course, I was teasing. But happy to report, my prescription hasn't changed, and the eyes are good. The eyes are good. And, look, I used to look into people's eyes all the time, not just with this, not just looking into their eyes, because I used to. You can tell a lot by the eyes, but I used to like examining the eye and looking inside and looking at what I was looking at was blood vessels. Okay, so I took out a picture of the eye. This is my old atlas. Every once in a while I bring this out. And of course the optometrist looking at all of this, right? One of the big things is looking at the retina and looking at the blood supply. And even before the examination, the doc is asking about whether I've got any history of diabetes or whatever. And I got a lot of family history of it. But so far, so good. And you know what? At the end of the day, the discussion, because I like to educate. And, optometrists recommend, lutein and beta-carotene and things like that to help with the eyes. And I reminded her yesterday, one of the biggest things in the eye is fat. Well, she knew that, the lipid membrane and, the retina, fat. Do you know that 93%, okay? So 93%, just going to show you the eye again. This is here, okay? 93% of this, your eyes are made up of what? DHA. 93% of your eyes is DHA. What? Yeah. If someone calls you fatty eyes, nobody's ever called me that. They've called me fathead. They've called me meathead. But nobody ever called me fatty eyes. But I wish they would. Because your eyes need fat, and especially DHA. Now, you probably didn't know that. But a little discussion that we had yesterday was on fat. Because the doc was asking me why at my age I have good eyes. Healthy. And look, you can do everything right and there are no guarantees in life. But if you understand nutrition and its effect on the body, we talk about the brain all the time. Your brain is fat, DHA. Now think about this for a minute. Why in the world would someone tell you not to eat DHA? And by the way, in case you're wondering, DHA omega-3, which is essential for your eyes, comes from the animal kingdom. DHA omega-3 is not found in plants. I'm sorry, it's not. Now, every couple of weeks, you don't see it, you don't think about it, but you're always replacing cells in your retina. Every 2 weeks, you really get a new eyeball. What? Yeah, you do. You don't see it, but it's one of the things with aging, okay? One of the things that happens in aging is obviously you don't replace at the same level you do when you're a kid. As you get older, it's part of the aging process. Everything deteriorates. Okay? It's the second law of thermodynamics. Second law of thermodynamics is things deteriorate. You know? I'm not big on evolution. I'm not. Okay? Because things deteriorate. Everything goes in that downward trajectory as we age. It deteriorates. That's normal. But you want to slow that down as much as possible. And guys, I'm telling you, for two reasons, you want to eat steak. Because you can eat fish too. But what has more DHA than fish? Steak. Yup, steak has more DHA. Why do you think I love it so much? You need fatty eyes. Now, where is fat back? Okay, let's take out, okay, just for those who are going to listen to this on a podcast, I'm going to take my fat here. And I want to talk about fat. Okay? Now, what you're seeing in front of you is 5 pounds of fat. When someone tells you you only lost 5 pounds, oh, Dr. Martin, I didn't lose much weight. I lost 5 pounds. Ooh, look at the size. This is a foot long and about 6 inches thick of 5 pounds of fat. Now, this kind of fat in your organs, you don't want. You don't want this kind of fat in your belly. You don't want this kind of fat around your liver. You don't want this kind of fat around your heart. Okay? So we need to differentiate. This is unhealthy fat. Why is it? And how did you get it? Well, I'm going to tell you how you get unhealthy fat. You don't get unhealthy fat from eating fat. What? No, you don't. You don't get this kind of fat from eating fat around your organs. You get it when you eat sugar and crappy carbohydrates. And I'll tell you the worst thing. For this kind of fat, dangerous fat, is when you drink sugar, when you drink fructose. Never drink fructose. You got the message? Don't drink it. Worst thing you could do. You want to eat a fruit? You go ahead. You got my blessing. If you're a diabetic, not so much. You want to eat a fruit? Eat a fruit. You want to eat an apple? Okay. You want some berries? Okay. But don't drink them. Now you can put a few berries in a smoothie. You can do that. But don't go to the mall and order a fruit smoothie. That is going to turn into this, a big blob of fat. And it'll go directly, first of all, to your liver. And when the Costco parking lot gets full of fat, you're in trouble because the body will make more and more and more and more and more. It needs parking space for your sugar, especially fructose. High fructose corn syrup, the absolute curse in the food industry. And they put it in every soda. They put it in drinks. They put it in energy drinks. They put it in all sorts of nonsense. And don't touch it, guys. Please. So there is unhealthy fat. Absolutely. But it doesn't come from fat that you eat. Unless you're eating the wrong fat, which is made by seed oils, so-called vegetable oils, the oils that you could run your car on. They're full of omega-6, not omega-3. Now, you can get plants and get some omega-3. I'm not saying you can't eat that, but that's not DHA. DHA comes from the animal kingdom. And I'm telling you, coming to a theater near you is the world, and people that sort of run the world are trying to run meat off the planet. They want you to eat crickets and soy. Those hormone disruptors. Ooh. Guys, you need DHA. You want healthy eyes? Because for two reasons. One, remember what I said. Your eye is made up of DHA, 93% of it. And optometrists and ophthalmologists and whatever just at the end of it that ever looks into people's eyes, they don't think about that. You rarely ever hear any kind of eye specialist telling you about DHA. They don't, because they don't understand. They don't understand nutrition. It's not beta-carotene that you need for your eyes, my friend. I know, we were told that. Eat your carrots. Eat your carrots. It's good for your eyeballs. It's not bad for your eyeballs. I'm not saying it's bad, but there's something better. It's fat, and it's a specific fat. It's a DHA fat. DHA means this, guys, okay? It's a long chain fatty acid. What does that mean? Well, DHA is absorbed better than any other fat. Why? Because it's long chain. Your body looks for it. Your body knows. Your body is fearfully and wonderfully made, my friend. You don't think your body doesn't know that you need fat? Why do Eskimos? Oh, okay, the Inuit. You read studies back, done 100 years, 100 years ago, just about. What do they eat? They eat blubber. They eat fat all day, high DHA. And they got healthy hearts and they got healthy brains. The only time that Inuit have trouble is when they get introduced, okay? When they get introduced to our Western, so-called Western diet. The North American diet. Devoid almost of DHA oil. Bad oil, bad eyes. Good oil, good eyes. Fatty eyes. Hey, fatty eyes, how are you? But if you got fat in the right places, and that all has to do with food. Fatty eyes, fatty brain. And let me tell you the other thing that fat does. It not only replaces the DHA. Your eyeballs made 93% DHA. Now, secondly, okay, so one is replacement of cells. You're regenerating the eye. When you have DHA, you're regenerating your brain. Somebody asked me the other day, Dr. Martin, why do you put so much DHA in your omega-3? Why do you have that made like that? What is it? I said, I'm telling you, my friend, there's a reason for it. And the reason is your body is looking for DHA. Do you think I just love steak because I love steak? Guys, that's true. I do love it. Let the cow eat plants so that you can eat steak full of DHA. Let the cow eat grass. Let the cow have salad. You want salad? Okay, the cow's eating it for you. And at the result of that, you get the DHA in the meat. Okay? I want you to eat DHA. Okay, the first reason is the regeneration. The brain, that's where you need fat. You need fat in the brain. Okay? Your brain's fat. Okay? That might be an insult to people, but it shouldn't be. Because your brain is fat. Because, you see, when people think of fat, they think of this big blob I'm showing you. That's what they think of when they think of fat. Oh, don't eat that. Where do you think cholesterol came from? Where did you think the whole hoax came from? All of it. It came from the serial killer of all times, Dr. Kellogg's and his buddy, Dr. Keyes. Two guys. Kellogg's, he didn't want you eating meat. He wanted you eating his cereal. Ancel Keys, oh, that cholesterol causes heart disease. Well, the whole world went for it. And people, because they didn't understand how your body operates in nutrition, they said, well, all fat is bad. See, look at this big blob. It's got to be bad. My friend, when you eat the right fat, that fat turns into oil. And the oil that your body needs. Your eyes need it. Your brain needs it. Your joints need it. Your heart needs it. Fat don't make you fat. Unless it's the bad fat. And sugar. So, the other reason, okay, so that's one, is now you're getting fat to regenerate. Your brain regenerates, your eyes regenerate, you get brand new eyes, a brand new retina really about every couple of weeks. But it'll only come back based on what you're eating. So don't believe the nonsense about red meat. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's fake news. Now, the other reason that your eyes love good oil, blood supply. Blood supply. Blood supply is everything. And, it's kind of interesting because I'm going to show you a picture of the eye again, and you see what they call the fundus of the eye. See that picture up here? Now, again, if you're on the podcast, I'm showing a picture here. The blood supply. You see Highway 407. There's the 403. There's the 401. There's, you know what I'm getting at? When I go through Toronto, okay, Tirana, when I go through Tirana, it's so stinking busy. Okay? I used to tell my patients, I can go home for lunch, you know. You know why? Well, I'm about 4 minutes away from home. Okay? On a bad day, 5, if I miss the light, if the light turns red before I get to it, it might take me 5 minutes to get home. Okay? That's the joy of living in Northern Ontario. When you live in Toronto, it takes you 5 minutes to get out of the building. Never mind having to get home. Okay, because anyway, you guys understand that. Now, what I'm saying is, your blood supply to your organs, your brain, your eyeballs, your kidneys, blood. And your blood vessels. DHA oil is the best thing to lubricate your blood vessels. That's why it's so good for the eye. It lubricates. It protects. You know, I tell you guys often, okay? You know what I know about my car? Well, my truck, okay? Let me talk about my truck. You know what I know about it? Not much. I like it. Costs a lot of money to fill it up these days, okay? But here's what I know. Get an oil change. And you know, I was talking to my grandson. He's a smart guy. Oh boy. He's a heavy-duty mechanic and smart as a whip, okay? He didn't get any of that mechanic stuff from this side of the family, like me. I said, Devin, you didn't get it from me. Not even an ounce of it. But I said, Deb, tell me about oil. Why do I have to get my oil changed in my truck? And he said something interesting to me. Because I was thinking dirty oil, okay? And that's probably part of it. But he said the biggest thing, Grandpa, is viscosity. I know what that means. The thickness of the oil, he says it breaks down. See, oil breaks down. And, you don't ever want to run out of oil in an engine, but you want that viscosity of the oil. That's what DHA does better than any other thing. It's the viscosity of the oil, and it protects the viscosity of the oil in your vehicle, protects the engine. Viscosity of oil in your body protects your blood vessels. That's why fat, my friend. That is why fat is so important, and you need to eat it in your diet. I tell people I eat steak every day, just about. And I have fish every day. You do? Yeah, in a capsule. Because, okay. No, I wish I liked it, but because otherwise I would eat it. And I know you're going to say I'm a big baby. Yeah, I get that. But, so guys, I only need these glasses. I wear them all the time, but I need them to read. Well, I'm always reading. I'm so used to having my glasses on. I need glasses to read. And some of you out there got better eyes than I do. But I was happy that the optometrist said, hey man, your eyes are fantastic. And they haven't gone downhill at all. I was very happy to hear that. I was very happy to hear that what I'm doing is working. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, think about this, okay? People ask me, okay, doc, why do you make your own supplements? Well, I'll tell you why. I was in practice. I needed to get results. People came to see me, exhausted, heart disease, metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, blah, 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 blah. You name the symptom. I had to get results. And for me, this is key. It's key. Results. That's all I want. Results. You know what I was saying to the doc too? I said, you know what's really good for your eyes, doc? Well, carrots? Yeah, they're not bad. You know what's better than carrots? You know, I already talked about the DHA. You know what I said? Coffee! Coffee! What? Coffee. Coffee's good for the blood vessels, the polyphenols, the 1,000 phytonutrients that are in coffee. They're good for your eyes. Better than just beta-carotene and lutein. I'm not against that stuff. I'm not. Wow. So I didn't know that. I thought you weren't supposed to drink a lot of coffee. Well, I said, fake news. Fake news. So you understand that, guys? Do you understand it? You want to regenerate your eyes with fat. The right fat. Animal fat. You want to protect your blood vessels. The worst thing for your blood vessels is sugar. Sugar destroys your blood vessels rapidly. That's why you need insulin. Insulin's job, it's the policeman at Christmas, at the Costco. It's always busy at Costco. And they gotta direct traffic. One thing insulin does, guys, is get sugar out of your bloodstream. Your body's smart. People insist on, you know, about 35, 40 teaspoons of sugar a day. Unbelievable amounts. And insulin says, okay, if you insist on eating sugar, I can't let you stay in the bloodstream. And I've told you, time and time and time again, you can have 20 donuts. Please don't do it, but you could. 20 of them. You're going to make a boatload of sugar from that. You can drink a soda. You're going to get a boatload of sugar from that. But I'm going to tell you what your body will do. Your body will take that sugar and get it out of your bloodstream. It can't stay there. And your pancreas, your beta cells, release insulin, and insulin says, hey you, sugar, out. Follow me. Come here. And I'm going to park you someplace else. That's what insulin does. And we have a whole, really new, in a lot of ways, our experiment, this social experiment this food experiment since Dr. Kellogg's and Dr. Keyes, the serial killers, this whole experiment. Oh, don't eat fat, cut up. You gotta have lean meat. Eat lean hamburger. Lean. I go for a steak that's got the most fat on it. And I eat it. Because they got food wrong. They were wrong. Kellogg's did it on purpose. Keyes, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. Kellogg's did it on purpose. He wanted everyone to get away from animal products. And so what do we have? People every day eating and drinking boatloads of sugar. Your insulin goes crazy because it's got a job to do. Out of the blood vessels. Sugar destroys blood vessels rapidly. And if you don't believe that, you ask a diabetic. I'm going to tell you something. A diabetic never, unless they get it under control, and I'm not talking medication, will end poorly. And even today, here we are in 2022, and diabetics are told, you need carbs, If you don't, you need a balanced diet. That is the craziest teaching. It's the craziest science that you've ever heard, is telling a diabetic to eat something or drink something like Ensure or orange juice or... That's the worst stupidity. They're allergic to it. If you're a diabetic or a pre-diabetic, you're allergic to it. Why would you eat it? Why would you drink it? My doctor said, change doctors. I don't want to get too excited. Okay, guys. I'm stopping now. Okay. What's Friday? Question and answer. So let's get our questions in. Guys, I really appreciate the fact that you are telling your friends and telling your family about our podcast, the Doctor Is In podcast. People are downloading that in record numbers. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Get the word out, guys, because you always hear the other side. Don't worry about the other side. They're going to tell you balance and you need a balanced diet and red meat's no good for you. All on the other side, guys. And so we're going to give you the right side, the truth, guys, about food. The truth about food. So share it with your friend. Now look, they got to make decisions on their own, but most people, they have no idea. What? They have no idea how to eat right. Anyway, okay. So, share the Facebook page. Get people to join our private Facebook group. What a community we have in there. Did you see the little picture of my great-grandson in there? He's so cute. Oh. You know what the problem with being a great-grandparent is? You never get at them. Those kids. You gotta try and, you're in the back of the bus trying to get through the grandparents to get it. I can understand that. I'm a grandparent too. If I'd have known grandchildren and that much fun, we'd have had them first. Man, I love my grandchildren. And my great ones, but it's not easy. I got 3 great-grandchildren, and man, oh man, they're so cute. Okay, guys, we love you. We'll talk to you soon.